Yeah, what's up, my people, what's up? Kegunsanity, fitness, reinvention. Today is the 29th of August, 2022, people. I'm just making a short video about the story I'm writing from MAHA with love, Mapenzi, Yenyewe. You know, I want to explain a few things because where I'm heading towards in the story now, because I've already laid the groundwork. Yeah, a lot of events may more or less read autobiographical, you know what I mean? You know, because it's a biopic. But it's given me food for thought. There's so many things I'm remembering from Maharishi, which are true, because some events in the story are true, you know. Tigoni waterfalls is true. And now I'm introducing a new character in the story. So we have the encounter with the first character, and then the second character, then me. So we have three characters in the story right now that are now going to divert, but along parallel lines. You get me? So I'm on jogging sessions all the time. Somebody sees me, and then we meet, and then blah, 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 then blah, 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 blah. So it weaves around that. But now I'm going to introduce a lot of things that are going to drive the story. So those who have picked up the story is based around Limuru, Tigoni, Maharishi School of Management. The school is no longer there. It closed. But that's where I went. When I left Uganda in 1994, I didn't go to campus. I didn't go to Makerere University. So when I went to Kenya, I went to that school. It was an international school, you know, higher education, affiliate with the MIU in the United States. But I studied there for 1 year. In that 1 year, a lot of things happened. And I'm using them as the basis of the story. So it's a very interesting story because, you know, it presents a lot of things that I think many students were not aware of. You know, it was a very, very closed community. We were around 200 students. I think 100, yeah, but the maximum about 200 students. It was bad. So, and it was far away in the hills, in the coldest part of Kenya, Limuru. So, apart from the academic routine, going to class, and then at the end of the day, evening, we were playing football, or I used to go jogging. I prefer jogging. Jogging used to keep me busy. Then I come back, and then there was hardly anything else apart from watching TV, and then also going to the girls section, and then you know, chilling and chatting, and in the night we used to have movie nights and everything. So it was a bit different. It was more like if one is used to a different, vibrant kind of life, you kind of make up everything yourself. So that's what I'm investigating in the story, and I'm presenting. And I sent this message out to the person who requested me to write this story. And I think it is making a very good read if she's following the story. But what I'm going to do, I've already been speaking with people. I'm going to write this story for 6 months. Then I can publish it into a book. So that there's hardly anything written about Maharishi School of Management. I've Googled and searched everywhere. Honestly, there is nothing. There is nothing about that school that it's even ever existed. Very interesting, isn't it? And a lot of international students used to go there. So, but we, the alumni, can do the honors and luckily enough, I have a lot of pictures taken at the time. I've always had this thing of cataloging things. And at one point, they are very relevant in anything that I try to present, you know. If you organize, you organize. People won't know me, they will say, we're not surprised that guy has those pictures. You know, there was always, that's about it. But the story is it's going to reach the exciting part because I'm now on chapter 15. But what I'm giving you is just a slice. It's a slice. Because I write like 1,000 words a chapter. And then I just cut in between, and then I give you what you... Yes, of course, you can't read 1,000 words. This is very social media. People don't have that time. But you get the picture of the story, you know. And the previous stories I've written, like the one I wrote, Office Romance, that one is already catalogued. I've got a catalog of about 10 stories written that if I give them to an editor, all they have to do is just pretty much do whatever they do to put everything into compilation. So this is a one-off. This is a one-off that I'm giving because I wasn't giving all the content out, but because I want to bring this side of Maharishi School of Management, then you have the understanding of my maiden voyage to Nairobi, Kenya, 1994. I arrived in Kenya on a Kamba bus with my mom. We checked into Ambassador Hotel that morning. Then they picked me up at Sharit Center. No. Tom, it was Kenyatta Avenue. That is where Muhammad came in the van. Then they took me to Sharit Center to do shopping and everything he did. Then we drove all the way back. It was a very long journey to me because it seemed like endless. So when we got to Limuru, it was in the middle of nowhere. Maharishi School of Management. And I'm like, what? It says it's a very cold place, very misty and windy and all that. And it calmed me down. But that's where everything now simmers on top. So we have two. Those who know the story, those who are requesting the story, they might be familiar with the events, but there's another side of the story that I'm bringing in for entertainment purposes. So please, let's be humble with the story. Thank you very much once again, that person who requested the story. I know she's following it. And that's what it means. Creativity doesn't come from nowhere. You can be inspired. Inspiration comes from a challenge, you know. So the message was, Patrick, you've written so many things about Kenya, but you don't seem to write about MAHA, Maharishi. I said, okay, I'm up to that. You know, I can write a story. And the story is, it's 9 o'clock, I should go. So, that is it in brief, people, you know. From MAHA with love. I have not given the characters names. I think I might do it tonight. Let me do it tonight. Let me come up with the names. But those who know the story, they wouldn't know, guys. You know what I mean? Anyway, ciao. It's dark outside. Let me show you. People don't know. This is how zile ni saa 3 watu. Alafu niende nyumbani nipumzike kama saa hizi usiku. Nakumbuka siku mingi hizo nilikuwa natembea kutoka Maburuki. Walking in the night in the forest. I'm going to bring all this in the story. I was almost attacked by a wild animal in a forest walking from Tigoni waterfalls. It was because Tigoni International School is no longer there. Yeah, you walk through there used to be a forest behind the school. Ah, man. Anyway, we're going to be in Kenya now until next year. We're going to be Maharishi School of Management. Yep. Okie dokie.